And let's begin with all of the suspense surrounding who will be the Delhi Chief Minister. We don't have answers to that just yet, but we know when the swearing-in ceremony will take place. It will be on February 20th, and already preparations on in full swing at the Ram Leela Maidan for what's touted to be a grand event, a grand celebration by the BJP. Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah will be a part of the oath ceremony. Now, all NDA Chief Ministers will be in attendance for the oath ceremony as well. Sources telling us that you will also see celebrities, some of the biggest names of the country coming together for the swearing-in ceremony. Now, reportedly, Ambani, Adani, other industrialists have been invited for the ceremony. Spiritual leaders, farmers have been invited as well by the BJP, who are coming to power, remember, in Delhi after 2.5 decades. So they want to show off their numbers. This is not just a BJP show of strength, but an NDA show of strength. So all eyes will be on who the next Chief Minister of Delhi will be. We still don't have answers to that question, but just a timeline essentially of when we will know who the next Chief Minister is. But preparations are on full swing right now for that swearing-in ceremony, which will take place at the Ram Leela Maidan. The Delhi Chief Minister will be sworn in on 20th February, that's Thursday, at 4:30 in the evening. There are three top contenders right now for the CM throne. Parvesh Verma, the obvious one, known as the giant slayer for defeating former Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in New Delhi. Rekha Gupta, she's a first-time MLA and former mayor, but considered a woman face, the BJP could just go with her. And then you have Ashish Sood, a long-time BJP worker with strong grassroots and also connected to the RSS. So it's these three names that are doing the rounds right now. There are many others, but they're the top three in the list right now. Okay, let's bring in our political analysts on this broadcast to decode who perhaps we could be seeing being sworn in or taking oath as the Chief Minister come February 20th. We have Ashutosh, author and political analyst, with us. Amitabh Tiwari, political strategist and commentator. Good evening to both of you. Thank you very much for your time. Amitabh Tiwari, I'll begin with you. You know, a lot of talk about certain equations that the BJP will keep in mind when they name the next Chief Minister of Delhi. What do you think will be the number one criteria that BJP will look into? Because there's a lot of talk that they're going to be thinking about the long run, the next election also coming up in Bihar.
Yes, see, I think there are two main criteria. One, of course, is the BJP would be looking for a person who would be able to, or who is best placed to implement the Sankalp Patra of the party, because they have made a lot of promises, including social welfare promises, as well as solving long pending issues like the cleaning of Yamuna and reducing air pollution. So you need a person who could coordinate well with the LG, is in the good books of the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, because the center still has a role. Secondly, they also need a person to send a political message or a symbolic message in other parts of the country. We've seen that whenever BJP chooses a chief minister like Mohanlal Yadav from MP, it was largely done to send a message to the Hindi heartland states of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. So here also we could see somebody whose name could influence the elections, the upcoming elections in Bihar, UP, and even Punjab, because Punjab is a territory which the BJP now wants to make inroads into, but has not been successful so far.
You know, there are three names, and Ashutosh, I'll bring you in on this. There are three names right now who are considered to be frontrunners. That's Parvesh Verma, Ashish Sood, and Rekha Gupta. Of the three, Ashutosh, who do you think could fancy their chances the most of becoming the Chief Minister?
Akshita, I will not hazard any guess because I'm not privy to any information. And every time the journalists have guessed about the Chief Minister or any appointment by the
who would you pick?
Cabinet.
Of the three, who would you pick and why?
No. I will not pick either of the three for the simple reason because I know that Ashish Sood is a good example in that sense. He could be a good Chief Minister. And Rekha Gupta, I do not know much about her, but again, she can be a good Chief Minister. See, that there could be three criteria. One, I think that the pick of the Chief Minister should be somebody on which the RSS agrees to the name. Somebody who has been through the organization and who has been very much clued into the RSS ideology. Secondly, should be suave enough to be the chief minister in the national capital region for the simple reason because Delhi is not. Delhi is where all the global media and the global ambassador and the high commissioners are over there. So any name which embarrasses or has a potential to embarrass BJP or to the nation will be avoided. So I think somebody should be suave enough. And thirdly, somebody who fixes into the caste structure of India's politics. Caste structure means like somebody from the OBC or somebody from the Dalit should be preferred. In that sense, I don't see that Parvesh Verma has a chance, though I'm still not hazarding any guess for the simple reason because I do not know anything and nobody, as a
Sure.
journalist, last 10 years experience is whenever you hazard a guess, you are wrong.
That's true. I have to agree that, we can go on and on with our discussions, but you never really know what's happening in the BJP camp. Rajat Sethi is also with us. Rajat, welcome to the show. I'll just come to you. Just a quick follow-up question to what Ashutosh ji said to Amitabh Tiwari. On the Parvesh Verma factor, everyone's touting him as really in the lead for the CM throne, considering, of course, that he defeated Arvind Kejriwal. But Amitabh Tiwari, do you think that caste plays a big factor here? And in that case, is that an advantage or disadvantage for someone like Parvesh, considering that, he belongs to the Jat community and there's a very small number of that in Delhi, less than 7%?
Does not play a big role in or did not play a big role in the electoral results of Delhi because here it's largely the social, economic and class play. The fact that the Jat community has significant influence in neighboring states of Haryana, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh, and BJP does not have a Jat chief minister, does and the fact also that he has defeated Arvind Kejriwal does tend to make Parvesh Verma one of the strongest contenders. One of the weaknesses, however, I feel is that if they make him the chief minister, then BJP's position on dynastic politics or nepotism could be weakened because that is something which the opposition could level allegations of or target Parvesh Verma against.
Rajat Sethi, your opening comments on the Delhi CM suspense. 1 week, over 1 week actually, and we're still asking the same question over who will be the Delhi Chief Minister. We fortunately at least have a deadline now. We know when we're going to get that answer. But look, at this point, there are several names doing the rounds, one of them of Parvesh Verma. He's got, of course, that advantage in the race because he's defeated Arvind Kejriwal. But do you think that bringing in someone who has got that tag of, a Nepo kid, of dynastic politics, having been controversial also in the past for the comments he's made, do you think that the BJP could go with him or someone else?
See, I think we need to understand what exactly is nepotism. Nepotism is not when you don't have your father literally lobbying and trying to push your name to climb up the ladders that way. Parvesh Verma here, at least I don't see nepotism being an issue around which he would be, he would be questioned, etc. He has risen through the ranks. He had to struggle his way all the way up, and he defeated Arvind Kejriwal purely on his merits. It was not his father's name that he carried around. He had to work hard, and he had to go out and challenge the sitting former chief minister and the sitting leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. It was no mean feat. So I don't see, we should belittle what Parvesh Verma has achieved on the tag of nepotism. There are other cleaner definitions of nepotism wherein you are, the default head of a party without going through the grind of rising up the ranks through democratic and merit-based systems. Here, Parvesh Verma has risen up through merit. So
he's
I
also
will leave
got
it at that.
controversial, Rajat. He is controversial.
Yeah, that is,
Look at
yeah.
the comment
So,
that happened, of course, the controversial one during Shaheen Bagh.
See, that is something which, the party high command is going to discuss, and BJP will be, weighing in all possible options. They also want a young and energetic person who can come in and challenge the Aam Aadmi Party, which still remains a youthful party. All the, all the faces of the Aam Aadmi Party who have lost the election would still carry on with their politics, and BJP will have to ensure that a youthful, energetic face remains there to challenge the Aam Aadmi Party in its sort of style and a signature style of the Aam Aadmi Party, which is typically around dharna politics and all of those things. So I believe, I personally feel that Parvesh Verma fits in the bill rather too well. I think the only constraint on him is that he is too good a fit. If that can sort of pull him down, maybe that's the only reason. Otherwise, he seems like a candidate who should be in the race for the top job.
Okay, your pick clearly is Parvesh Verma. We'll see if the
I'm
BJP
nobody to
needs your
pick.
advice.
No, Nandita, I am
No,
nobody
Rajat,
to
you
pick.
haven't. No, you can go ahead and voice your opinion. Your opinion
Again,
is
I
Parvesh,
am
which is
just trying
perfectly
to
fine.
say, yes. So what was accused on Parvesh, I'm just countering that. I still believe he, along with the 48 others, remain in the line, and maybe more, who are the probables of the CM, and let's leave it at that. Everybody has
So
a
I think
fair share.
we'll keep adding disclaimers that, we don't know, it can be anyone. We'll keep adding that, but it's perfectly fine for you to say that, look, I think this is a good option. I just want to put out some images that came in today and get your views on this as well. Of course, everyone's talking about the promises made by the BJP, and one of the biggest ones that every Delhiite is watching out for is the cleanup of the Yamuna, which has officially started off today. You've seen the swearing in yet to happen, but those are images of the cleaning that's kicked off. Has led to a lot of questions, Ashutosh ji, on why this didn't happen earlier. Why didn't the LG sanction this earlier?
See, I think it's just a beginning. Let it go on. I think we should judge after 6 months or the year when we could really understand, we really get to know whether the Yamuna has been really cleaned or not. Because these are the pictures, and obviously somebody must have ordered that. But like Ganga, I've been hearing at least for the last 40 years, since Rajiv Gandhi's time, the Ganga is going to be clean, Ganga is going to be clean, Ganga is never clean. So let's not rush to anything. I just only want to add one thing, that among the BJP names, whosoever is a front runner never reaches to the chair. So I don't know whether Rajat has done a favor to Parvesh Verma or has done a disfavor to Parvesh Verma. So let's not hazard any guess. See, the fact is, again, I'll say this, that Delhi is very, very important for the BJP, and the BJP has a bad experience in Delhi because they had a leader like Madanlal Khurana, there's a leader like Sahib Singh Verma and Sushma Swaraj, all three stalwarts, not only in Delhi politics but the national politics also. But look, in 5 years, BJP had to change 3 chief ministers, and the BJP lost government on the price rise of the onions, and for the next 27 years, it could not come. So BJP has to be extremely careful. First of all, they have to get somebody who could take BJP forward at least as a leader in next 20 years or 15 years. So the BJP is rest assured. Like they had a Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh who carried the mantle of a leader for good 20 years. Like Vasundhara Raje Scindia in Rajasthan, or Devendra Fadnavis in Maharashtra. So that's why it's very important for the BJP to choose somebody who's competent enough, take anybody along, look good and suave, as well as had come from the RSS and acceptable to Narendra Modi and Amit Shah both.
This is an important point that you've raised, and Rajat Sethi, I'll bring you in also on this. For the BJP to pick someone, someone who essentially hits the ground running, cracks the whip down, ensures action even on an issue like Yamuna or air pollution, but also importantly becomes a face for the Delhi BJP, which has been, woefully short of faces for the last so many years. Do you think that's what makes this decision all the harder for the BJP top brass?
So no and no. First part of the answer, having a larger than life face, that is not what BJP sort of thinks like. I mean, they have proven it in the past also. They're totally okay with with faceless people who can actually truly work on the ground and ensure that the promises made by the Prime Minister are kept. And we've seen ample number of examples all around the country, which sort of proves the point that face is not important. The intent to work and deliver on policies is more important. And I think this is where BJP would be looking at in terms of choosing the final name. It will have to be work which should speak, not personalities. We have seen that Delhi has been eroded because of personality and cult level politics that was done for the last 10 years. We fell for that cult. We all collectively did that. and we gave bumper majority to one man. And look at where Delhi is. So I think from a public mandate standpoint, they do not want cult politics here. They want people who are low profile, can handle people's expectations, and can deliver on what is expected out of them without personality wars in the state capital, in the capital of the country.
Amitabh Tiwari, do you agree? Do you think, personality battles don't matter? It doesn't matter for the Delhi BJP to kind of ensure they have a face. It's more about getting the job done?
See, as in the opening statement, I said it will largely be the ability of the person to implement the Sankalp Patra, because it's PM Modi's name was on the ticket here. He was the one who took on Kejriwal when the question was Kejriwal versus who from the Aam Aadmi Party side. So it will largely be a person who will implement in letter and spirit the Sankalp Patra. Secondly, of course, after a long time, we've seen that the party has been facing infighting and has faced unity issues in the past. So we also need a person from the BJP side who takes along everybody. Yeah, I agree with in the sense that it need not be a high profile name, because we've seen in the past, at least in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, that there were names who were surprises. However, in Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, who was the front runner, went on to become the chief minister. So we also have both examples wherein the front runner, like Parvesh Verma, goes on to become the CM, or we have any other name. So it's largely post-mortem. I don't know. I mean, most of us don't know also is probably the right answer.
And I understand, of course, that nobody's going to try and guess who the BJP will pick. But looking at the factors right now, I'd like all three of you to essentially tell me, looking at the factors that the BJP is considering, the names doing the rounds, who would you pick if you were in the BJP's place? And Rajat, if I can start with you, who do you think is the perfect fit? Who would you pick, looking at several factors of caste, of who can get the job done?
I'm sorry. Again, I don't reside inside the mind of either Prime Minister Modi or.
No, I'm not asking you to
Amit
guess
Shah,
what the BJP will do. I'm saying, Rajat, looking at the current pool of candidates, front runners, who do you think is, the best candidate who can get the job done for Delhi?
Yeah, again, I personally feel everybody is equally equipped to get the work done, because the work essentially will be very closely monitored by the central government also, and by the BJP's, the entire structure of the BJP is centered around Delhi, and you will see micromanagement and ensuring that all the promises are being met. I mean, whosoever, you pick anybody, you are flashing 7-8 names, pick anybody. Each one of them will have to stick with timelines and deliverables decided by the central government in no uncertain terms. I mean, whosoever it is, I personally don't feel that you pick one versus the other, the work is going to get impacted. It is the BJP government at the end of the day.
Okay.
BJP has promised certain things, and it is Prime Minister's guarantee whosoever occupies that chair shall out, he or she.
So irrespective, it's on the face of Prime Minister Modi. Ashish, do you agree that it doesn't matter who's picked? At the end of the day, it's about Prime Minister Modi delivering these promises. And who do you think is the ideal candidate who the BJP should pick rather? Ashutosh, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yeah, I see. I'll start from what Amitabh ji has said, because sure. Devendra Fadnavis became the chief minister of Maharashtra because he was the BJP president at that point of time. He was young, he was dynamic, and unfortunately, or fortunately, here the BJP president his name is the Viren Sachdeva name is not mentioned anywhere. I'll give a lot of credit to Sachdeva for the simple reason because just before him, Ashish Gupta was the party president, and party was divided into the different factions. He should get the credit that he not only got the different factions together, but he also galvanized the cadres and could lead the campaign. Ideally, he should be the chief ministerial candidate over here, but since his name is not there, he doesn't contest the election. But I will not still rule his name out for the simple reason because Narendra Modi and Amit Shah are capable of throwing a surprise if RSS also agrees, and this man is an RSS man also. So I think, but still, I'm not hazarding any guess in that context. But I'll defer Rajat on this that the BJP, yes, believed into the collective leadership. But BJP has risen only because they had not only leaders at the national level like Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Lalkesh Advani, even Yadurappa kind of a leader in Karnataka, Kalyan Singh in UP, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Uma Bharti. So there's a lot of
It's a long
big
list,
leaders
yeah.
because on the shoulders BJP became big. So you need a face who can not only take the party but who can communicate and connect with the masses.
Okay, Amitabh Tiwari, finally to you. Looking at the equations as you do, the data, the numbers, who would you pick in Delhi?
I really don't know. I mean, it could be anybody out of the 48 MLAs plus 7 MPs plus the BJP state president. I also would give credit to the BJP state president.
Yeah.
He has, on a single-handedly basis, changed the landscape of the political party, which is the BJP in Delhi. Very aggressively took on Arvind Kejriwal on almost on a day-to-day basis, and has been able to bring some semblance in the party. So of the 56 names anybody could become, we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, maybe we should add Virendra Sachdeva to our list of contenders and frontrunners. But thank you, gentlemen, for joining me here on this broadcast. I appreciate, of course, why you're not willing to hazard a guess at this stage. We've all had our fingers burnt by trying to guess who really will be the chief minister, and the BJP goes and picks someone else completely new and a name we've never heard of. So we'll wait and see really who's picked come February 20th. Thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast. Let's cut across to breaking news coming in. We've seen right now the CEC selection committee coming together for a meeting. Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi held that meeting at the PMO, and amid that there's politics as the Congress has hit out saying that this committee is in clear and direct violation of the Supreme Court judgment which says that CECs and ECs must be appointed by a committee comprising of the Prime Minister, the leader of opposition and the CGI. Just to jog your memories, this was a Supreme Court order which was then superseded by a law that was brought in which the committee was changed from the PM, LOP and CGI to the PM, LOP and a union minister. But listen to what the Congress has to say.
The government has made it कि ये आवश्यक है हमारे गणतंत्र और हमारे गणतंत्र की निष्पक्षता और समतल जमीन के लिए कि जो सीईसी और ईसी चुने जाएं उनकी समिति में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री हों, माननीय मुख्य न्यायाधीश भारत के हों सीजेआई और माननीय एलओपी हों। ये निर्णय है 2 मार्च 23 का। इस कानून में ठीक विपरीत किया जो उस निर्णय में लिखा था, पूर्णतः कार्यपालिका द्वारा चयन का इसमें प्रावधान है। बाय रिमूविंग और ट्राइंग टू कीप द चीफ जस्टिस आउट ऑफ द अपॉइंटमेंट प्रोसेस एज एन इंडिपेंडेंट एंटिटी, the government has made it clear they want only control but not credibility. And the most important thing for the EC is credibility.